Have y'all ever read a book that changed your life? Hey y'all, it's Imani. Welcome back to the channel. And the other day I was listening to I was at work, right? And we have long hours at work. But the good thing about where I work is that I tucked my ear right back up in my bonnet. Anyways, the good thing about where I work is that we can listen to music, and we can have headphones in. Girl, tell me why. I was like, I don't know. I had like this feeling that I really needed to invest my time at work more into learning, more into like reading books that I'm interested in, or working on my craft while I'm wasting my time working. Yeah, I said wasting my time working because I know I'm meant to be and do more and not just be at those people's place. But that's besides the point. So I was like, you know what, let me just before I left for work, I was like, you know what, let me just go on YouTube, let me see if they have any audiobooks. And I had like some book titles in my head that I kind of wanted to check out. A couple of them being The Four Agreements. I think another one was The Art of Seduction, and one called The Alchemist. I was like, okay, you know what? Let's start with The Alchemist. And I heard about this book changing a lot of people's lives, especially like when I was solo traveling, especially like when it comes to people like chasing their dreams and following unconventional paths. I've heard of this book. So I was like, you know, okay, let me just listen to it. Girl, I get why it changes people's lives. You know why? It's because it's about a book. It's about a boy or a guy, whatever, named Santiago. And he was born with this like deep desire to go see the pyramids in Egypt, right? And as life progresses, as the book progresses and his life progresses, it like shows like the different obstacles or just different stages of life that he's in that gives him all of the reasons to stop and to quit seeing your dreams through just because it's comfortable. We're going to talk about three main, if I'm looking down, I have my notes. But yeah, we're going to talk about three main things that can stop and deter you from following your dreams through, and my urge to you not to do that. All right? Number one, the book introduces Santiago to a merchant. Actually, no. The first person he's introduced to is not the first, but among the first people he's introduced to is a gypsy woman. The gypsy woman represents the average everyday person, and especially the type of person not to tell your dreams to. Because because he had a dream, right? And he was trying to see like, okay, where am I supposed, like, what's the interpretation of this dream? Right? And he tells her his dream. Santiago, the boy, tells the gypsy woman his dream in hopes for her to like interpret the dream and give him direction. She just literally parrots to him exactly what he said. And this is just, to me, this is point number one. Like, don't be telling everybody your dreams and aspirations. I talked about this before in another video, but it's just like, it's not everybody necessarily has malintent or bad intentions when you're telling their dream, when you are telling them your dream. Goodness gracious. But a lot of the time they just don't know. and they think they're giving you advice, but they don't know anything. Like, what good does a mechanic, not good, what, how good of an advice does can a mechanic give a baker? Very few. How good of advice can a like a hairdresser give a doctor? Exactly. It's not that. It's just like this is why it's important to keep your mouth closed and not to take advice from everybody and not to listen to advice from everybody. This might be some spoilers, so whatever. She says that, like, okay, yeah, once you find the treasure, come back and give me some of your spoils. Give me a cut of the pie. And then he's like, you didn't tell me anything. And this is the danger of that. Like, people that don't know what they're talking about and want to give you advice or want to be in on your dreams so bad, you need to be aware of them, be wary of them, because they might also want to schmooze themselves up to you just because you are going in an upward momentum, not necessarily because they like you and they believe in you, but they are just motivated by the treasure. You get what I'm saying? Be careful and be wary of these people. The second thing that I learned from The Alchemist was present in the character called the Merchant. So Santiago, like, I think basically he gets robbed, and he needs to buy back his money so he can go buy back. He needs to, like, get more money so he can go and get on this journey to go to the pyramids and get his treasure or whatever, right? So he does that, and to me, the merchant, he ends up working in a crystal shop or whatever, and the crystal shop is run by the merchant, and this merchant is representing, like, comfort, because it's in this merchant shop, this crystal shop, that Santiago really becomes he becomes comfortable. Like, he's making a really good wage, he's contributing to the company. Like, he's like the most, I think he's like, the boss, the merchant hired other people, but he's like the most senior. Like, he gives input into how to sell better and this and that. The merchant tells Santiago about a dream that he had to do, and that how he gave up, and it's so crazy, because if you surround yourself with people like this too, unfortunately, that energy can be very, very contagious. And it was at a certain point in time where Santiago, like, he kind of made up his mind a little bit to say, like, he wanted to go back and he didn't want to do his dream anymore, And again, that's very dangerous. But the danger isn't in the merchant. The danger was in the comfort of his salary. Like, the merchant and the crystal shop was just represents the everyday person, just like stuck in a job that they don't like, but it keeps the lights on and it pays the bills and it puts food on the table and it's good enough, And wait, I'm gonna hold on. I said I was gonna save my analysis for the end, and I will do that. But again, like what I was saying, let's go back. You need to be aware of the comfort and just the cushy job that you're in. If it's not your dream, you really need to sit and think about what you want and pursue it. Or else literally, you could literally be so stuck, and just like the merchant, and never, ever, ever leave your comfort. And then that's, to me, and to be honest with you, at that point, that's a life wasted. The third character that taught Santiago and myself something in chasing my dreams is that is Fatima, and Fatima is his love interest, and it's almost noble sometimes. At least it's seen as noble these days to like, oh, like I gave up my dream for my husband, especially us women. Girls, I need you to listen to me when I say this. No man, are you listening to what I'm telling you? No man is worth neglecting yourself for. And I'll say that slower if you didn't hear me. No man is worth neglecting yourself, neither your dreams for. Love doesn't, one, pay the bills, but love from another person will never satisfy the regret you will feel later in life if you didn't go for what you were supposed to go for because you was over here supporting somebody's son in his dreams, and you put yours, and you like threw your dreams out of the door. Girl, that's not noble. That is not noble. And I hate that, like, that is fed to us women a lot. It's not the truth. Just like Santiago and Fatima here, like, Santiago loved Fatima, but there was a choice that he had to make. And it was that he either chose to be in love with his girl and never pursue his dream, or to pursue your dream and hope and pray that your girl is gonna be there waiting for you when you get back. And I'm not gonna tell you what he does, but like at the end of the day, like what is important, what this book is teaching me, has taught me, and now my analysis is here. What this book taught me is that literally, other than God, because this book very much so does mention God, other than God, you and your dreams need to be the center, or like the top of your priorities. It does, because it's like almost a cautionary tale. Like, if you do not pursue what is in your heart to pursue, it will always nag you and it will never go away. That nagging sensation of, oh man, what if I did this? That will not go away. It won't. The Alchemist just teaches love is not worth putting your dreams on hold or like abandoning them. A cushy career that isn't what you want to do is not worth abandoning your career. And also the advice from the masses or from other people or people that think they know what they're doing is not worth you abandoning your dreams and aspirations. If you are listening to me right now, you need to realize that if you got a dream in your head and your mind that you cannot shake and you had it for years, take that as a whisper from God in the direction you should go. Please. Y'all think it was just like since January that I decided to do this a YouTube channel or have a podcast or X, Y, and Z a thing? No. I have been obsessed with YouTube since its inception. Since it was maybe 2011, 2012, whatever year, 2008, 2009, whatever. I was obsessed with YouTube. And I thought about it and I toyed around with it and I said no. For years and years and years and years. I said the same thing about my podcast for years. I said, should I do it? Should I not? Like, that stuff doesn't go away, Buki. If you have a dream in your heart that you cannot shake, pursue it. Pursue it. Anyway, that's that's it for today. Look, I know I'm getting a little bit passionate about this, but go read The Alchemist, please, and follow your dreams hard and fast And do not look to the right or the left about what people are doing or saying about you. Look at your dream. But yeah, guys, that's it. That was today's episode. I love y'all so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love you. Bye.